Welcome, my name is Jacob, and today's class is a focus on arthritis, specifically the knees. By no means is this replacement for any medical treatment, and if you're having a bad flare-up and inflammation today, you may want to take it easy or leave out anything that feels too strenuous for you. As usual, if you like this video and haven't done already, please hit the red subscription button, and also you could hit that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment on what works for you. And for those who wish to donate financially, there is a PayPal link and a Wise link in the description below. For those who have, thank you so much, it helps. If you're unable to do so, no problem. Please enjoy these videos for free. So let's sit up nice and tall, close the eyes, and become aware of the body. If you're having a bad pain day, even accepting the body and feeling the body as it is. Long inhales and long exhales. With your next inhale, let's open the eyes and get right into it. So we'll start by rocking the heels and picking up the toes, rocking the feet back and forth. Today's class is going to be a little bit more vigorous, a little bit more exercise oriented and strengthening. Keep rocking the toes back and forth. Do about 5 more of these. For this next one, you might want to look down at the toes. It helps to have that eye-body connection. And I'll demonstrate with my fingers. So you're picking up the toes, spreading wide, and then placing the toes back down. Do that 3 more times. Pick up the toes, spread them wide, place them back down. Pick up the toes, spread them wide, place them back down. 1 more time. Pick up the toes, spread the toes, place them back down. Keeping the toes spread. Let's see if we can pick up just the big toe. And again, the feet might not cooperate, but try, and then switch it up. Big toes down, pick up the rest of the other toes. We'll do that 1 more time. Put the toes down, pick up just the big toes, and then place the big toes down, pick up the other toes. Great. Let's focus now on extending the leg and dropping it down. Extend the leg and drop it back down. Usually we move with the breath, but if you want to pick up the pace, go a little faster or as fast as what's right for your knees today. So my breath is slow and rhythmic, but I'm going fast with this knee. Extending. Try not to lean back too much, sit up tall. And if you bring your back off the back of the chair, you're going to work your abs a little bit more. And of course, whenever we're engaging the abs, you want to think of giving a little squeeze to the belly. Let's do about 10 more of these. Two more. Good. And changing sides. Again, maybe your pace is much slower, or if you're feeling like you've got energy today and the knees are cooperating, then go a little faster. I just got a little crack and pop. That's another aspect of mindfulness, is how the body responds. Is there any sound or musicality happening in the body as you do this? Maybe some crunchiness. Let's do about 8 more. Good. For this next one, come to the edge of your chair if you're not there already, and we're opening and closing the legs. I notice with a lot of my students when they do this, they kind of like to rock back, but avoiding this by again firming the belly, trying to stay upright as much as possible. That makes us work the legs, work the belly. If you do need to hold on to the chair, that's okay. I think the important thing with practice and doing a daily practice or movement is to do something, even if it's small. If you're bedridden and it's just moving your arms, then move your arms, move your head. What can you do today? What is right for you today? And it changes from day to day. Some days we have days where we're more capable. Really, I'm trying to distract you from all this work. Let's do about 3 more. Very good. We're coming back to extending the leg, and we're holding and pointing and flexing the foot. I'll show you from the angles in case I'm out of the frame. So pointing and flexing the foot. Try not to lean back, sit up tall. And release it down. Changing sides, extend the leg, point and flex. And again, we'll drop it down. Come back to the first leg, we're lifting, and we're doing circles with the foot. And again, I'm noticing some cracks and pops. Change directions. Very good. And release, extend, circles with the foot. And change directions. And release. Let's take our hands as fists, or if you have a towel and you want to roll up, you could place that between the legs. I'm going to use without a prop, so just my hands, and squeezing the legs towards one another, squeezing the hands. Hopefully you're not too strong and crushing your hands. And release. Squeeze. As you squeeze this, you might notice your bum kind of firms and you raise it just a few centimeters or a few inches depending on what system you use. And release. Keep that going. You're engaging. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Let's do about 3 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Let's do the opposite of that. So we're bringing the hands to the outside of the legs and pushing out as the hands push in. So we're engaging, engaging, resist. You might see a little shaking going on. And release, engage, and release. Let's do about 5 more. You're engaging. So we're working the inner and outer thigh muscles. This helps stabilize the legs, the knees. Engage, engage. And release. Let's do 2 more. Engage, engage. And release. Last one. Engage, engage. And release. We're going to draw a knee up towards our belly and do some circles. And change directions. And then holding below the thigh, just above the knee, and doing circles with the lower part of the leg. So if you were thinking of a cone, the tip of the cone would be the knee, and the base of the cone would be the foot. So make sure you're not just doing circles with the ankles, but the whole lower leg is moving, stabilizing the knee, and then change directions. Nice. And we're letting go and changing legs, draw the knee up, doing circles with the knee in space. And change directions. Again, we're moving a little more vigorous than some of my other videos today. More strength training, holding behind the knee and moving the lower part of the leg. Not as much focus on stretching, but if you feel like you didn't get enough of a stretch today, you can always dial in one of my other chair classes and change directions. Yeah. All right. We're going to lift one arm, make a fist, and down, and lift the other arm and make a fist. And we're going to do opposite knee to hand. So as my right arm reaches up, my left knee reaches up. A bit like you're climbing up a mountain. And let's keep that going. Feel the belly squeezing. Maybe you're noticing the temperature of the body changing, or you're starting to feel a little bit of a sweat. Definitely in this climate that I live in, it's very easy to sweat. And the temperatures have been very high lately. Let's do about 4 more each side. Keep that going. And we got 1 more set. All right, you remember jumping jacks? We're gonna do our variation of jumping jacks. So opening the legs, arms come up and down, and up and down. If it's hard to bring the arms up high, maybe you're coming up just quarter way. If you're more energetic than me, then bring the arms all the way up, maybe touching above the head. And if you're thinking, Jacob, this is just too slow for me, then pick up the pace. I can feel my breath starting to increase in rate to see if I can keep it smooth, which is hard to do while you're talking. Do about 5 more of these. Good. And let's switch to the hands now. A lot of people deal with arthritis in the hands and the wrists, so wiggling the fingers, playing the piano. And then spread the space between the fingers and do wrist rolls. Often the hands start to close when we do that, but keep the fingers spread. Nice. And then we will change directions. Very good. Let's hold on to the side of the chair and reach one arm up and over. If this is too much for the shoulders, that variation is hand to head or hand to shoulder. And we're reaching, breathing. Three more breaths here. Another aspect of mindfulness is to notice what works for the body. So this is feeling pretty good on my low back today. Feels like my body's saying, you need this. And inhale back up, although sometimes the things we don't like are the things we need as well. So we're reaching up and over. Steady the breath, steady the mind. And inhale back up. We're going to come to stand up and sit downs. Now I know that's not accessible for everyone, but let's try. So you're reaching forward, pushing down through the feet and lifting. Maybe you don't lift all the way, but if you can, join me in standing and then slowly descending back down. If you want to make this harder, turn the thumbs up and keep the hands a little closer, up and down. So a variation, if you're not able to come up and down, is just pushing through the feet and squeezing your bum. And again, you might feel yourself raise a little bit and release. Again, and you're engaging. And release. We're going to do about 5 more. I'm coming back to the first variation of coming all the way up and down. As you're doing this, watch the knees aren't going in or out. Let's do 2 more. I am thankful for that breeze, although hopefully the microphone isn't picking up too much of it. Nice. We're going to come all the way to standing, and again, if standing is not an option for you, you can just play with that, squeezing the bum and raising the hips slightly as you do that. I'm just showing you the profile of this. So we're lifting the heels and down. Just do 2 of those to warm up the feet. Now we're coming to a squat. Let's start with a gentle one. So just coming a little bit down, pushing down through the feet, and then squeezing the bum. If you don't need the chair, you don't have to use it. You could come down to a squat that's right for you and squeeze the bum. If you want to go lower, please don't go any lower than hips same height as the knees. And coming back up, squeeze the bum. Let's do 5 more of these. Squeeze the bum. Squeeze the bum. One more. Good. So we're coming back to the chair if you are not there already. And simply turning the head side to side. Releasing any tension in our neck. All right. Let's do a little massage of the knees. So just rubbing around the knees. If imagery works for you, you can think of sending some good energy or light into these sore areas. Keep rubbing the knees. And then we'll change directions, rub in the next direction. Keep breathing deeply as you're doing this. Let's do the same thing for the wrists, so rubbing your wrists. Just give a little rub. Long inhales, long exhales. And changing, rubbing the next wrist. Very good. Bring your hands to prayer position. We're going to close our practice. Big inhale to the heart. And exhale. Again, inhale, fill the heart, chest, maximum breath. And exhale. One more big inhale. And exhale. I hope this class had some benefit for you. Please comment below what did work for you and have a wonderful day.